The Coachella Valley is the place to be this festival season, with tens of thousands of people coming here just for Coachella and Stagecoach alone. A live look now at the campers arriving and getting set up for weekend 2 of Coachella. The rush of visitors can spike demand for everything from vacation rentals to hotels to ride shares, and people are paying the price. Tonight, we're going in depth on an issue that a lot of people are noticing in ride share ruckus.
Yeah, it said 9 minutes on the app. It took like 25 minutes.
Friday night at the Nest, one of the valley's hot spots in Indian Wells. Co-owner Kevin Henry is playing to the crowd. At times this season, after his set, it's been a long night for him, making sure everyone was able to get a ride.
Yeah, sometimes till 3 in the morning waiting for an Uber. I often have to take people home myself to Palm Springs or to the hotels.
Now add surge pricing to go along with those long waits.
And it's $40 for a 2-minute drive.
Throw in a mega event like Coachella, and $40 ends up looking like a bargain just a week later.
And they wanted $120 to pick him up from Indio.
This ride within the city of Palm Springs, about 11 miles at 3:16 in the afternoon on Saturday during weekend 1 of Coachella, $119. From Palm Springs down to Thermal, much longer, at 4:54 in the afternoon, $159.90, almost $200 with tip. Sergio Avidian is an Uber and Lyft driver and senior contributor at the Rideshare Guy, an industry blog. What's the most shocking price tag you've ever heard of someone paying?
In Palm Springs, I've heard a 3-mile ride costing about $120, which comes to $40 a mile, which is astronomical, right?
There's going to be a huge spike in demand, not just at the festival grounds, across the entire marketplace.
Ben Kemp is the manager of mobility solutions for Uber.
We're open and transparent with riders that during the peak hours, they should be anticipating much higher than normal wait times, and it's expected that prices would be higher during those periods as well.
On top of the surge pricing, add a fuel surcharge, and then an extra $20 if you're getting picked up or dropped off at the festival. Avidian says gas prices are one big reason for a driver shortage.
We did a survey at the Rideshare Guy, and 15% of the drivers have totally quit driving. 36% have cut down at least by 50%.
Uber is trying to convince more drivers to come to the valley during festival weekends to help with demand.
So there's a lot of different promotions that are going to be available to make it worthwhile for drivers outside that market to come into the area.
If there is a supply-demand, basically equilibrium, and in this case, there is no equilibrium, there is more demand than supply. So the algorithm automatically jacks up the prices on the passengers.
Back at the Nest, it can be frustrating.
We love them. They support our business. They take care of the valley, but we just need more of them right now.
Now, we have an additional response tonight from Uber about the waits and increased pricing. They sent us a statement today reading in part, as is custom for most major events, particularly those with a greater amount of congestion, dynamic pricing can go into effect during periods when demand for rides is at its highest. For Coachella, the combination of the event's remote location along with thousands of music fans looking for rides within a tight time window lead to increased rates during peak hours. Uber also sent us a number of tips for riders, including opening the app early, 20 minutes before a ride, and try to wait if you're not in a rush when prices might be lower. We also reached out to Lyft for this story. They declined our request for an interview. The local cab industry does play into this equation as well, and it's one way to protect yourself from surge pricing is cab fares are regulated so they can be less expensive at those peak times, but it can be difficult to get one. You can find a number of online resources at KESQ.com, including the full statement from Uber and more tips on getting a ride and keeping your costs down, and a link to those local taxi services. Again, that's all online now at KESQ.com.